Okay, so today is December 16, 2020. で、今日は12月、16日、2020年。So, bali, December 16 ngayon, 2020. Okay? で、今回は今のはブログ第14、第16か。第16ですね。So, it's vlog number 16. So, okay. Ang tema natin ganito, 今回のテーマは、今から書くけど、so I'll write down the theme now. Okay, so 私はどうやって、okay, ゼロ知識私はどうやってゼロ知識からプロの、通訳o kaya 通訳者、通訳になったのか。Okay? Now, in English, okay, how did I level up, okay, from zero knowledge to a professional interpreter. Okay? And in Filipino, papaano ako nag-level up mula sa walang kaalam-alam, mula sa zero knowledge hanggang sa professional na interpreter. Okay, so 3-in-1 language yan, no? Japanese, English, and Filipino. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So yan ang ating theme. 今回のテーマですね。So I'll explain this. Of course, well, this is the start. Okay, soはい。じゃあこの辺で。はい。こんにちは。 Good afternoon. Magandang hapon sa inyo lahat. Okay, this is vlog number 17. Blog dai ju narabamme desu. Okay, so this is vlog number 17. And our topics supposed to beどうやってそのゼロ知識から、プロの通訳になったのか、そういうテーマですね。So the topic now for vlog 17 is how I became a professional interpreter from zero knowledge in Japanese language. So paano ako naging interpreter, no? Itong naging hanap buhay mula sa walang kaalam-alam, zero knowledge, no? So istorya ito ng pag-level up. だから言い換えればこの話はそのレベルアップの話です。全くその何もその知識のなかったそのレベルからどうやってその上がったのかプロとしてですね。Okay, so I will write the outline after I tell my story. I think that's the better way to do it, no? 私はその概要ですね、書く前にやっぱりその異なったその形でですね、やり方でですね、まず最初はその自分のストーリーをですね、語っていって、その後終わってからその話した内容をですね、分析してでそれに乗ってですね、その概要を書きます。So baliktad, no? Ikukwento ko na muna yung kung paano ako naging ganito. Pagkatapos saka ako isa-summarize na lang. Sulat ko yung outline paano nangyari. Kasi mahabang kwento ito eh. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell my story first, how I learned Japanese and how I became an interpreter, and then after which I'll draw the outline, okay, to summarize it. That way I will not disrupt the flow of my talk. そのようにしてその話の流れをですね、妨げないように、スムーズにこうできると思っております。Okay, so it started out with when I was in grade 7. I think I was 14 years old at that time. 中1ですか。中学校1年生ですね。フィリピンでいうと当時は旧式教育制度ではですね、何ですか、まだ移転中ですので、当時ですね、フィリピンのシステムですね。だから小学校7年生その頃から私の日本語の話はねスタートしました。Okay, so my Nihongo story started at from grade 7. The old educational system at that time in the Philippines around 1962 was that we didn't have K-12 yet at that time. Nationwide, the basic school, the basic elementary is only up to grade 6. Okay, but my school, private school, we had grade 7. JASAMS, Jose Abad Santos Memorial School. So, when grade 7 was about to start, my father was assigned in Tokyo. I think he belonged to the diplomatic corps at that time, Philippine government. So the whole family had to go. And that was around, I think, June or July, the start of the school semester here in the Philippines. And だからその学年スタートしたばかりのですね時期で6月あたりかな、かすかしか覚えてませんけども、とにかくそういうmga June nga yun, nag-umpisa yata, no? So lipad kami lahat punta sa Tokyo. And then so from June, July, August, pinasok kami sa high school na papasukan namin, sa St. Mary's International School. だから6月7、8、準備としてですね、その期間、その間ですね、その時に9月から始まる日本のシステムですね。9月から始まるんですよね。だからまずは準備として、入学、したわけですね。So my parents enrolled us to study. We had to prepare for the September opening of classes. So then we started September. So anyway, 1962, that was my first encounter with Nihongo. だから17歳の時に初めて、日本語との出会いですか、あったわけですね。So doon na umpisahan yung pag-Nihongo ko. So from grade 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. だから7、8、9、10、11、12年生ですね。だから高校、言い換えれば高校12年ですね。高校4年生まで、高校3年生から。日本の場合は633ですから。Because Japanese system is 633. 6 is elementary, and then 3 is junior high, and then 3 is senior high. Okay, so elementary, then middle school, and then high school. That's the Japanese system. So I graduated there. Well, that was K-12, what we call K-12 here, meaning that K-12 started in Japan as early as 65 years ago, or 70 years ago, which shows that, how Japan is really an advanced country and we are third world, because we just introduced the K-12 just a few years ago. Alright, so anyway, so I graduated, and within those, from grade 7 to grade 12, I was living in a world of three languages. だから7年生から12年生までその間ですね、今振り返ってみると考えばですね、3カ国語の世界の中に来ていました。Okay, so I lived in, nabuhay ako, kapaligiran ko 3 lingwahe. Grade 7 hanggang grade 12. Bakit ko sinasabi yan? Dinase soka to you to desu ne. Why am I saying that? Because in school, it was English. なぜかというと、学校ではね、英語だったんですよ。ミッション系やから。It was a mission school, okay? Run by the French-Canadian F.I.C Frere Instruccion Christienne. It's a Canadian, French-Canadian, run by the brothers. No? It's actually related to La Salle, you know, La Sallites. So school time, school hours, English. And then on the way from the school by train going to my home, it's in Japanese. Of course, with my Japanese friends, Japanese classmates. And then at home, Filipino, Tagalog. But watching TV, it's in Japanese. Of course, there were some TV programs with dubbing, no? English dubbing, dubbed in English. I'm sorry, dubbed in Japanese, but they had captions in English. You see? So it's really funny, you know. Like Lone Rangers and Tonto, they would be speaking in Japanese. まあそういう世界ね。So in other words, I come to think of it, I was beginning to experience at that time already the 3-in-1 language environment, the world of trilingual. And so let me say that during summer vacation, if I had time, I would also attend the Japanese language schools in Shibuya. だから結局その夏休みの時にですね、まあ今はっきり覚えてないですけど、チャンスがある時に日本語学校にこう通ったわけですね。家から近くにその距離的に、まあ歩けるぐらいの距離ですからまあ記憶の中でね、as far as I remember, I used to attend the Naganuma school. Okay, we didn't have any apps yet, nothing, you know, no denshi jiten, nothing, just take dictionaries. So anyway, so as time passed by, I would learn Japanese, of course, now with my Japanese friends, classmates. But most of the student population was Westerners. I think half now. Half Asians, half West Americans, Europeans, like that. And so, and then after that, after high school, ここ終わってからキリ大、キリスト教大学 ICU、あそこへ入学しました。I enrolled, well, my parents enrolled me at ICU. So doon ako pumasok, doon ako in-enroll, pinasok ng parents ko. sa ICU. I took up mass comm, no? First year, second year, no? Mass comm. And then the system in ICU is that the first year was intensive Japanese for foreigners. もうこのシステムではですね、1年目はですね、日本語集中教育という、コースがあります。で、取らなければいけませんですね。なぜかというと、その大学の授業はですね、その科目は日本語で、もしくはその英語でですね、行われてるからというのは、その、科目によってですね、その言語を変わってきます。Depending on the subject, language used would vary. Like if it's Japanese history, of course, Japanese history, of course, 日本語。もし日本の歴史だったら当然日本語でこう教わります。Depende sa subject kung ano yung topic. Kung ano yung subject, yun ang lingwahe. Pag Japanese history, syempre, nihongo gagamitin. Pagka yung naman, yung, for example, yung mass communications. No? Kasi may mga topics doon like panahon ni Makluhan, Global Village, mga ganyan-ganyan, di ba? Siyempre, naka-English naman yun. So, ganun yun. And then after that, nagkaroon ng yung Vietnam War. Nagkaroon ng anti-Vietnam War protest. Yung mga student activism dyan sa US, tapos naging worldwide yun umabot dito sa Japan. So, nasaran yung university. Hindi naman yung pag-aaral. So, balik kami sa Pilipinas. De, so toki ni chodo Okinawa no 条約ですか終わってですね沖縄転換ですかという学生運動それとともにベトナム戦争反対だから全学連の日本全国の妨害で全国にわたって大学がですねほとんど閉鎖されちゃって、ICU もそうですけどだからやむを得ずに帰国してしまったフィリピンに帰国してしまった。So what happened was it was a nationwide protest, the result of activism worldwide against Vietnam, etc. Returned Okinawa to us, those things in Japan. So the universities were closed, so we had no choice except to go back to the Philippines. So yun ang nangyari. So yung nihongo ko medyo yun dito sa Pilipinas medyo naudlotだから日本語の勉強はね、途中でちょっとこう中止されちゃってフィリピンに帰国した and fortunately I did not forget my Japanese because at Ateneo という大学でね、3年生4年生それ続けたけど whenever we have exchange student international night or party or something like that. 幸いなことにはですね、アテネの大学と、慶応大学だと思うんですよね。その留学交換ですか、そのシステムですねありますので、時にはその、インターナショナルナイトというそのイベントですねがある時に私は呼ばれて、日本語できるから、ちょっとこう、ちょっとしたその通訳をねやらされてるんですよね。So pinapa-interpret nila ako pagka gano'n, dahil may alam akong konting Japanese no? So that's what happened. And then after that, martial law. And then when I graduated 1973, or was it 1972? Anyway, I was an irregular student because I had so many units in language. Because at St. Mary's, we had to take Latin 4 years, and then French 4 years. So I graduated not during a graduation month, which in the Philippines was, I think, about around March. I think May or June, I don't know. I graduated October. So とにかく卒業した後ですね、10月あたり卒業して、そして、日本語をちょっとできるので、旅行会社ですか、あそこでこう雇われました。So since I could speak a little Japanese, so I was hired by a travel agency as a tour guide. 観光ガイドですね。観光ガイドとして雇われた。私の一番最初のその、仕事ですか。So that's how I started. And then with my learning in Japan, nihongo, so I was able to use it as a tour guide. It was, I think, about 1973, 74, 75. After a while, I thought of, why not improve my Japanese? Higher, level up, not just a tour guide, taking them places, taking the Japanese tourists here and there, but become a teacher or something like that. Learn more about the language. So with my earnings, I opted to use the money to go back again to ICU. That was, I think, 1976, 75 or 76, as a research student. Advanced Nihongo, that was the course I took. So I went there with my wife, and then of course, advanced Nihongo, so lots of kanji, and there were some courses you really have to know how to read and write, because at that time, no computer, no WAPRO. WAPRO is much later, the word processor. So it was all in writing, handwritten. Then after that, after 10 months, or I think about 1 year, I came back again to the Philippines. And then 1976, 77, 78, 79, 1980. Yeah. I did different kinds of jobs. I even tried my own business. I went to real estate, a bakery, this and that. I almost forgot my nihongo. But when I was in real estate, I thought of how about offering the properties to Japanese. So I made flyers in nihongo like that. And then, of course, I still had my Japanese contacts. But that was about it. And then also I would attend nihongo in just to refresh myself so I won't forget it, at JICC, Japan Information Cultural Center. Embassy of Japan used to be along I think Taft Avenue, and then they transferred to Jupiter Street. Anyway, by 1981, I think, that was the turning point when I saw this full page ad saying that Japanese Language Institute of the Philippines opens. Yeah. So I went there in Ermita District, JLIP, and I wanted to enroll, and I didn't know I was talking to the owner. After talking with him in Nihongo, he told me, to my surprise, why don't you be a teacher instead of being a student? Anyway, you speak. I said, yeah, why not? Okay, that started it. That was 1981, I think. So, but actually, even before that, no, maybe about 1 year, I think I would be going every now and then there without the intention of enrolling, but asking the owner, is my flyer okay in Nihongo? Because I was in real estate. In any case, that was it, no? 1981, I joined that JLIP. And then, I think about 1986 or 85, it became Pros International. That was when I was assigned in Osaka as an English teacher. You see, that's what I mean by, your language taking you places. That's why English proficiency, Japanese proficiency, Tagalog proficiency will take you, to places where you don't expect to go. It opens up the world, the doors. It's a key to leveling up. Okay, so from then, in Osaka, I even appeared on Japanese TV in Osaka. I was interviewed, and the topic was the internationalization of Osaka. Osaka no Kokusai ka. I even have a videotape of that. So then, when I came back, Jetro would get me, Japan External Trade Organization. It's a half government, half a private Japanese government agency. Jetro's the software counterpart of JICA, which deals in the hardware. Okay, whereas JICA takes care of airports, bridges, railroads, you know, infrastructures. JETRO takes care of the seminars, workshops, transferring technology from Japan to developing countries at that time, which was their mandate. So I was forced to interpret, become a technical interpreter, covering various fields. Yes, know-how, knowledge, technology on steel industry, glass industry, cottage industry, food processing, etc., etc. That's where my nihongo was really, it really developed. Okay, reading and writing, you know. That was the time of the word processor, and then from then it became computer, pasokon they call it. And then after that, when I resigned from Pros International, then I became a freelancer, freelance interpreter. So then, by then, I had the chance to interpret for all kinds of all fields of human endeavor, so to speak. Location shooting, medical, what else? Publishing, anything. So long as where nihongo is used, where an interpreter is needed. And then, well, the rest is history up to now. So, actually, in the end, like right now, Japanese companies, they come to me to ask for interpreters and translators because somehow they know about me thanks to JETRO. So, yun ang istorya ko. Kaya, nagkaroon ako ng advocacy na, yun nga, 3-in-1 language level up. And, yun nga, I guess that's it, no? And, marami pang mga details akong pwede sabihin. But, as I said, I'll make the outline now. And then, discuss the outline related to how I become a professional interpreter from zero knowledge. Actually, it's a lifespan eh. Wala kasi akong ginawa kundi yun eh. I think that's one secret, you know. Ippomichi, they call in Japan. Just one road. Isa lang. Kasi you can either be a generalist, lahat ng klase, hawak mo na interpretation, or specialist. You can spend 20 years in one big company as an interpreter, in-house interpreter ka. Kaya lang, yun lang ang alam mo. Kung ano yung ginagawa ng company, specialist ka doon. Pero sa akin, nangyari sa akin, naging ako generalist. At yung court hearing, meron. Yan. So, mahabang istorya, maraming details sa interpretation. Meron yung simultaneous interpretation, consecutive interpretation, sight translation. Meron terebi kaigi, meron yung lapel mic, lalagay dito. Tapos nagpapatrol kayo sa production line. Sumusunod dun yung mga managers, may Japanese, may Filipinos. Habang nagsasalita yung ano dyan, yung main na mo, na yung sa target language pa. Di ini-interpret mo habang naglalakad ka. Maraming details eh. So, but anyway, okay, so I'll make the outline and then continue this. 35 minutes na tayo. Buti tayo 1 hour nito. Well, I hope that you're learning something. And then if you find some value in this, paano yung tinatahakan ng isang interpreter na Pilipino, please subscribe and press the button, yung notification. And then like, tapos comments kayo para kung meron kayong questions, I can answer you one-on-one. Ganon. Kasi I'm getting my Dell XPS na eh. So I can answer all of you. Kasi I've been using just a cellphone mula vlog 1 hanggang ngayon eh. Ang hirap sumagot sa mga comments eh. So anyway, so off ko na muna and then gawin ko yung outline, then I'll continue. Diyan eh, ay, ato de, mata, ay,